You give your dog a treat, they look happy, you feel like training is going well. But here's something most dog owners don't realize. That treat you just gave might not have taught your dog anything. Or worse, it might have taught them the wrong thing entirely. This comes down to one of the most important and most misunderstood concepts in animal learning, the timing window. Dogs learn through a process called operant conditioning, the same process that underlies how most animals, including humans, acquire new behaviors. When a behavior is followed immediately by a reward, the brain tags that behavior as worth repeating. But the word immediately is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Research in behavioral science, rooted in the foundational work of B.F. Skinner and later refined through decades of applied animal training by researchers like Karen Pryor, established something precise. The reinforcement window for dogs is roughly 1 to 2 seconds. That's the gap between the behavior happening and the reward arriving. Inside that window, your dog's brain makes the connection. Outside it, that connection weakens dramatically, or doesn't form at all. Think about what that means in practice. You ask your dog to sit, they sit. You say, "Good dog," reach into your treat pouch, fumble around, and hand them a biscuit 4 seconds later. By the time that treat arrives, your dog may have already shifted their weight, glanced away, or started to stand. You've just reinforced whatever they were doing at the moment of the treat, not the sit you asked for. This is why so many owners find training frustrating. The dogs seem to understand in the session, but by the next day it's like they forgot everything. Often, what actually happened is that the wrong behaviors got reinforced, and the right ones didn't get reinforced consistently enough to stick. This is exactly the problem that clicker training was designed to solve. The click isn't magic. What it does is mark the precise moment the correct behavior happened, freezing that instant in time, even if the treat takes another 2 or 3 seconds to arrive. The dog learns to associate the click itself with the reward, and so the click becomes the real reinforcer. The treat is just confirmation. You don't need a clicker to use this principle, though. Any consistent, sharp signal works. A single word like "yes," spoken crisply, a tongue click, even a thumbs up if your dog has learned to read it. The key is that the marker is instant, and you use it every time without exception. There's a second layer to this that most training guides skip: variable reinforcement. Once a behavior is learned, intermittent rewards actually make it stronger than rewarding every single time. This is why dogs will keep offering a behavior even when they don't always get a treat. The unpredictability itself becomes motivating. But this only works if the initial learning happened with precise, consistent timing. You can't skip to variable reinforcement before the behavior is solid. The practical implication is simple, but changes everything. Before you reach for the treat, mark the behavior. Use your marker the instant the right thing happens. Keep treats in a consistent spot so you're not fumbling. And during the first stages of learning a new behavior, reward every single correct repetition within that 2-second window. Your dog is paying close attention to you. They're capable of learning almost anything you can clearly teach. The gap between a dog that doesn't listen and one that follows every cue reliably is almost always timing. Not intelligence, not stubbornness, not dominance. Get the timing right, and everything else clicks into place. Join the waitlist for AnyDog, your dog's personal AI trainer built on real behavioral science. AnyDog.ai